Alright, welcome back to Sakura Spirit. Apparently, well, we had one crazy hot tub party there, so anyway, had to come back for a water break. My throat gets dry whenever I read, so anyway. I quickly changed into the robes I had borrowed and made my way back to the main hall. As expected, I found Machiko curled up on the floor. Thankfully, it looked like she had made her way to Maiko and was cuddled up next to her. The two girls looked adorable, and their cute mumblings only made it all the more enjoyable to watch. I considered waking them up so we could return to the mansion, but the sound of my name interrupted my train of thoughts. Excuse me. Walking out into the garden beyond the room, onto the wooden deck, I found the village elder sitting on the grass, looking up at the stars. Young man, are the stars here as beautiful in your world? I walked over to him and lay down flat against the grass, finally allowing myself a rest. I looked up at the night sky and smiled. You know, I never really got a good look at them. I'm always busy with this or that. I yawned loudly and felt my eyelids getting heavy as I wiggled around a bit in an effort to get comfortable. Perhaps you should, if you get back, that is. The previous elder once told me that all worlds shared the same sky. It sounded silly to me, but maybe there's something to it. I mean, it does look similar. Sparkly and black. Maybe he was right. The elder remained silent for a while. When he spoke, I said, my English is way off right now. When he spoke again, I could barely make out what he said, sleepiness taking over. Before long, I drifted off to sleep beneath that starry sky. How long do you think he's been out here? Must have been a while. His clothes are soaked with morning dew. As I drifted back into consciousness, I heard Narumi and Mio talking nearby. Their voices sounded hushed, as though they were far away. Wow. Well, lying down on the grass shouldn't be too bad. I briefly considered jumping up and scaring it, but my body was not going to let me. Maybe you should poke him? Kage, there is no need for that. Takahiro-san, wake up, you lazy slob. Oh wow. I groaned as my eyes finally opened, the early rays of the rising sun making me raise a hand to conceal my eyes from the bright light. Oh wow, there's Mio and Narumi. Interesting. I was usually quite the morning person, but having fallen asleep under the starry sky, I wasn't exactly in familiar surroundings. Did the Valkyrie come to take me off to Valhalla? Heh, he's talking gibberish. Do you intend to lie around all morning, or do you plan on being useful? They're warrior angels who come down from the heavens to pick up the souls of fallen warriors who have fought heroic battles. Not that I plan on dying anytime soon. You are no warrior, and neither is Narumi. Did you become an even bigger idiot overnight? This is exactly why I need to train you both. None of you are warriors yet, but with my help, you will both become fine, noble warriors capable of handling anything. I liked her more when she was drunk. Yeah, no kidding. It will be an honor to learn from you, Sensei. Yes, ma'am. Maybe Takahiro-kun could teach both of us some of his moves. Hehe. An excellent suggestion, Narumi. I believe he is a competent fighter and learning more than simply how to use a weapon, but to fight without one too would be a very convenient skill to have. However, work cannot begin like this. You need to get changed, eat, and wake up. Get to it! But the grass is kinda soft here and the view is pretty nice. Yeah, but if we leave, these mountains will disappear. That's a convincing argument, Narumi-chan. But I wonder, which mountain would be the most difficult to climb? Mount Mio or Mount Narumi? What? Enough of this idiotic banter. You bumbling buffoon of a boy. Mio-sensei, can I ask you something? What is it? We've been overwhelmed by the power of your Dasun. Could you please bless us with your deer once in a while? You'd like that too, wouldn't you, Narumi-chan? You might need to explain that. I don't know what that means. Sorry, Takahiro-kun. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying, she should be less of a meanie pants and show us a bit love and affection. What happened to motivating your troops? Yeah, well, look at meanie pants is the sun and love and affection is the deer. Dere. Is that I can't even talk the term. Meanie pants? Will you stop making such ridiculous comments? I ought to slap some respect into you. Hehe, angry Mio. I kinda missed the Mio I saw at the hot springs yesterday. Well, it's better than smoking weed, even though there's no weed in the other dimension. That was something completely unrelated. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop saying such embarrassing things. Jeez. A personality disorder? What? As if one was bad enough. You're saying we've got 2 Mios wandering around? Just wait, Narumi-chan. Soon we'll have a whole army of Mios. Stop it, shut up both of you, right this instant. This is getting ridiculous. The girl, who was now blushing brightly, turning her back to me and stormed off with a huff, her arms crossed indignantly. I guess I better get up before she decides to return and kick me into gear. Thanks for the wake-up call, Narumi-chan. After apologizing to Mio, explaining that it was merely a joke, the girl had decided that she wanted to train each of us personally. We both waited for Mio to show up for the first part of the program, which was to take place in the town square. It reminded me of a training camp at the dojo, although I had the feeling that this was about to turn out to be more fun. As we waited, I noticed that preparations were being made for what looked like a festival. I asked Narumi about it, and she told me that it was an annual celebration, happening a few days from now. As we chatted, Mio turned up, sword in hand, and a faint smirk upon her face. Perfect. It seems like you're ready. If there is something every warrior needs, it's strength and discipline. With this in mind, let us start with running laps around the village. Oh boy. So this is a stamina training right there. Oh no, not laps. That's all? Yes, and those who slack off will be punished. Now run! Without any warning, Mio drew her sword and pointed it at the two of us. Cringing, Narumi tugged at my arm, making it clear that our teacher wasn't joking. Let's get down to it, shall we? Oh no, she's enjoying this far too much. We will defeat those spirits. Oh boy. Quit your yapping and get to running, unless you're eager to feel the edge of my sword. Ooh, edgy. Yeah, she's totally enjoying. Come on, Takahiro-kun, let's get going. She's not going to be reasoned with like this. She's a freaking drill sergeant. As I started to run alongside Narumi, I decided to finally take the exercise seriously. All things considered, I was surprised at the pace Narumi was running at. Even though I felt like I could brag a bit about my own physical strength, her stamina was clearly superior to mine. After several hours of running, I found myself on my back. My breathing was ragged and heavy, while Narumi was still standing upright, although visibly exhausted, judging from her panting. Mio had also been keeping up with us, and while she was panting too, she still looked fit to fight and ready to go. Do you do this every day? Not every day, no. Otherwise, we would not get no patrolling done, but I cannot fault you for your spirit. You both did well. That was harder than anything we've ever done before. I wouldn't be surprised if Mio-san ended up being the final boss someday. Your strength and stamina are clearly beyond human capabilities. Clearly, maybe she's some kind of spirit here to be mean to us on a superhuman level. Naomi, how would you like to run 10 more laps around the village? Ah, no, I'm sorry, great Mio. Please forgive me, I was just kidding. You think we'll be allowed a break if we pray to the almighty guardian spirit of the... You think we'll be allowed a break if we pray to the almighty guardian spirit of this village? Oh, wow. Ain't that something? I eyed Mio as I attempted to hold back my smile, clapping my hands together in a prayer. Naomi giggled and followed my example. Oh, mighty Mio-sama, you who watch over this village, please bless us with a short break, and maybe a lot of money and a beautiful wife and... Okay, a break is fine. You idiots want a break that finally? Fine. I have an idea. Elder-sama needs his baths cleaned. That ought to loosen you up for the next part of the training. You hear that, Naomi-chan? We get to play at the hot springs. Yay! Clapping my hands one final time, I took Naomi and Mio's hands by surprise and dragged the two girls toward the village elder's house. Ah, what are you doing? Let go of me right this instant. Mio-san, it won't do you any good to be serious like that all the time. Let's have some fun. The three of us quickly reached the hot springs and were soon preparing to begin our work. However, it didn't take long for the somewhat serious cleaning work to turn into a series of silly games as I started chasing Naomi around with a soap-soaked sponge, shouting in a nefarious tone, "Well, ain't this a good start for cleaning?" I'm liking this view at the hot springs. I feel like one day that once I head to this one spa or something like that, I'll just enjoy my own hot springs there one day on my retirement, you know? I'm the soap monster. Prepare to be washed, foolish warrior. Ah, no! The evil soap spirit has appeared. Do not fear, citizens of Hot Spring Village. Yeah. The girl grabbed her mop and thrust it forwards, brandishing it like Mia would have her katana. I am the village's protector, the Sundarino Mio. I will vanquish all who oppose me. Will you two stop messing around? We have work to do. It's the dreadful Mio, nemesis of all spirits. Today is the day you fall. Yeah, never. I won't defend this place until my last breath. Ha! Brandishing her mop in a candid fashion, she clearly didn't mean to do any real harm. Using my sponges, I batted away with ease. Then today shall be your last. I told you to knock it off. I laughed menacingly when a playful push from Narumi caught me off guard. I staggered backwards, my foot slipping on a bar of soap. With a startled yelp of surprise, I felt myself topple over backwards, bumping into Mio. Let me guess. Did we fall into the spring by accident? Oh no! I spoke too soon! Holy shit! Oh man. As soon as I said that, my throat was about to lose there. As I lost my balance completely, I let go of the sponge, sending it flying towards Narumi, who caught it on the face. I moved forwards to apologize to the woman. Then from behind me I heard a yelp and a loud splash. Uh-oh. I don't want to look, do I? As I slowly turned around, my fears seemed to have been confirmed. Pulling herself from the water was Mio, soaked from head to toe. Holy crap. This is amazing. Hooray. Anyway, back to reading. The anger that radiated off to her made her look like the devil himself. You two. I'm sorry. It was Takahiro-kun's fault. He started it. Traitor, you can't blame me for... My eyes caught sight of Mio's clothes, which I finally noticed had turned see-through. I bet he did it, so he could see you soaking wet like last night. But that wasn't part of the plan. What plan? He's joking. It was just a joke. Seriously. Takahiro-kun and I were just playing around. It was an accident. Please forgive us. Yeah, you should forgive us. We were just having a bit of fun. We didn't mean to have it turn out like this. He's right. I told you both to not to play around. I told you both to keep working. Hikage, I will deal with you later. Leave. Takahiro, you need to be punished now. Uh-oh. What kind of punishment? What? That's not fair. It was an accident. It was in order to have fought us alongside... Oh, jeez. This can't be good. It was an honor to have fought alongside you, Narumi-chan. My will has not yet been written, but I leave all of my belongings to anyone who wants it. I'm not leaving. If you're going to punish him, punish me too. Besides, I bet you're only doing this because you want to spend more time with him. What? That's ridiculous. Whatever gave you that idea? I don't even like him. Besides, you're the one spending too much time with him. Hold on, what are you talking about? Huh, you admit it. You're jealous because I get to spend more time with him than you. Busted. That's completely bullshit. Nonsense. I just want to spar with him. Shut up, Narumi. Takahiro, prepare yourself. We are going to spar right now. Without Narumi and her big butt interrupting us. Hey, now I know you're jealous. My figure is divine. Spar? Right here? Right now? But you're soaked. A warrior should not worry about such things. Battles can be fought in the lashing rain or beneath the burning sun. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I would be sparring in the desert. But they must be fought. It doesn't matter which climate they're at, whatever. But they must be fought. She just wants to show off her goods. Oh, obviously. I'm going to regret this. Yes, I'm getting a bad feeling about this. I sighed deeply as I took on a combative stance, certain that something was going to end up going wrong. Soaked as she was, fighting against me, someone who uses grapples and throws, she was practically asking for trouble. This is a perfect opportunity. Sometimes your greatest strength can become your own worst enemy. Get in here, Takahiro. We will spar like this, knee deep in water. This will be a fine test of your skills. What is this? This is aquatic sparring. Yeah, this will be a fine test of your skills, alright? The girl made her way to the edge of the water and grabbed a discarded mop. It took a lot of willpower not to glance at her soaked figure as her clothes clung to her body. I eventually made it into the water, taking a defensive stance as she moved back towards the center of the pool. Narumi, if you interfere, I will inform Elder-sama of the fate of his dearly beloved old teddy bear, the one you used as a... La 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 la, no one has to hear anything. Fine, I'll stay put. You'll need someone to haul your body from the water once Takahiro-kun's done with you. Anyway. Isn't that blackmail? Oh, it is blackmail, alright. Now, prepare yourself. The attack came a lot faster than I had anticipated. The wooden shaft aimed squarely at my midsection and hit me straight and hard, knocking me back a few steps. I hissed as the pain of the impact spread, flexing my arms out. Mio sloshed forward, waves of water splashing aside as she stomped onward. I pushed myself upwards, dodging another strike to my left. Go! Go, Takahiro-kun! I moved in closer, trying to make her thrusts less effective thanks to the length of the mop handle, and aimed a blow towards her shoulder. To my surprise, she took the hit without moving an inch. If you are not going to put everything you have into this, you might as well stop calling yourself a man. My eyes narrowed a little, and I pulled back as a wide strike sought to slam into my side. Growling, I felt my anger flare. I quickly lashed out, smacking the mop handle away forcefully, and used the opportunity to get close once more. I managed to land a few jabs against her midsection and one to her shoulder, before darting backwards as best I could in the water. She appeared winded for a moment or two, before she spun the mop in her hands, pushing forwards again. Takahiro-kun! 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 Whatever chant she says. Her next strike was a downward slash, which I caught between my hands. With a grin, I pulled hard on the stick and flung my foot upwards in an attempt to land a kick. She did the only sensible thing and let go of the mop, which let me toss it aside with ease. A swordswoman without a sword can't hope to beat an experienced martial artist. This match is lost. Surrender. I suppose I have no choice. As soon as she had said that, she spun around, lashing her leg upwards in a roundhouse kick that caught my jaw, knocking me back and almost landing me on my rear. Overconfidence gets you killed. The fight isn't over until your opponent is down. She stood in front of me, her fists raised in a stance I did not recognize. If she was quicker without a weapon than with, I didn't stand a chance of beating her. Oh man. Her kicks were powerful, as the ache in my jaw reminded me, and she had plenty of stamina to go off of. The only way I could stop her was to use that. That's not the only way to win a fight, you know. I stepped forward, purposefully. I didn't need to attack her, just to get close. A few steps and I had her right where I needed her, cornered and unable to get past me. I took another step and she darted to one side, trying to get past my blockade. I looped an arm around her waist and braced myself for the counterattack I knew would follow. My left leg applied pressure against her knees, sending her down onto them. While my other arm grabbed her arms high above her head, my weight pressed against her body. No! Yay! Takahiro-kun used the submission hold. I held her tightly, but not enough to cause pain. All I had to do was to lower my right hand, which in return would put pressure on her body. I did so slowly, showing her just what she was up against. Do you give up? Fine, you win. I grinned widely, chuckling to myself. I slowly helped her to her feet, gradually releasing my hold. Try not to struggle when I release you, otherwise. But it was too late. Before I had the chance to warn her about the problem with that particular hold, she pulled away from my grip. The angle of her arms and the tightness of my arm around her waist caused her clothes to tighten as she pulled away. Blood circulation had a tendency of getting cut off, occasionally causing people to faint, and in this case, however, it was her clothes that paid the price for her impatience. Rip. As the girl turned to face me, her clothes tore, scattering into tiny pieces in the wind. Holy shit. I did not know how that actually happened. Well, my throat is a little too sore to read. Time seemed to slow to a halt as Mio looked down at herself, let out a scream, and just barely managed to cover herself. Mio, you... I tried to warn you. I swear this isn't some kind of secret judo technique. You, stay back. Narumi... yes, Mio-chan? Please get me a change of clothes. Yes, right away. I'll be back as soon as possible, I promise. For some reason, I'm feeling less like a hero and more like a villain. Narumi quickly rushed off, leaving Mio and myself to ourselves. It felt different from last night. I felt like I was walking on thin ice, as though one wrong word and she would begin to resent me the same way she resented spirits. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean for it to end up like this. It was an accident. So you found my weakness, huh? No, I swear, it was just an accident. That hold usually just makes your clothes tighter. Not that. I can't move. I have perfected every area being cool and unrelenting, except nakedness. It's embarrassing. I don't think you have anything you need to hide. I mean, you should be proud of your body. It's not that. The thought of people staring at me makes me feel dizzy. Like, I can barely think. I actually admire that about Narumi. She doesn't have a single ounce of shame in her. Well, I think Narumi-chan would be the exception. Most girls would probably get embarrassed at being seen naked. I'm sure Narumi-chan will be here with your clothes soon. Yes, better be quick before I keep looking at her nice boobs. I am not but most girls. I shouldn't get incapacitated this easily. It is infuriating. I lose all control of myself. I'm not sure, but maybe it's something you'll be able to train, a weakness to overcome. Can we do it now? But perhaps if you can see... She began stammering uncontrollably, blushing from ear to ear, unable to finish her sentence. I began to panic. I had never seen a girl yet get this worked up before. I think it would be better if you asked Narumi-chan about that. But that won't work. I don't get like this when there are only good girls around. I guess, but I felt as though every male in both worlds were cursing me for my indecisiveness. At this very moment, a pretty girl stood before me, suggesting that I look at her naked, all for the sake of making her less embarrassed in the future. How could I call myself a man if I declined such an invitation? But are you really okay with me? I can't think of anyone else to do it. Please, Takahiro, look at me. Was this really happening? If it was, this was the best type of training I had ever experienced. Yes, it's the most sexual training I have ever seen. As Mio began to move her arm, I turned my head. Unfortunately, at that very moment, the door slammed open, and in walked Maiko and Machiko, wrapped in towels. It was nice of Elder-sama to allow us to use the baths. It would be nice to... Takahiro! Yeah, Takani and the Tsundere tyrant are doing naughty things. I was hoping for some more lewd shit. Wait, it's not what it looks like. Ah! And with that, the girl fainted again, slipping into the water before I had the chance to react. Well then, ain't that crazy? Well, I'm just gonna end it here for now, so next part, we'll continue more of this, so hope you guys enjoy this. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.